look at the performance reviews for UMEME, the pricing has also been up there. What do you have for the shareholders, especially those that are not sure what the next step is in terms of their investment?
Okay. Thank you for that question. I'm not sure I can say everything. I have my regulators in the house, but I will attempt to address the broad concerns. First of all, to begin with the performance, how do you drive a performance? I think from our perspective, the starting point is the alignment triangle. So you have the shareholder, you have your staff, who are your people, and you have the customer or the government, and in this case, the delivering for the government. So in addition to what has been discussed in terms of the advantages of listing through corporate governance that then drives your strategy, risk, management, performance, monitoring, scanning trends in the road, all that kind of stuff. It's important to have what we call skin in the game. Being listed, we promote our staff to own the company. If you have staff who own or who take part in ownership of the company, they are able to deliver results at any time of the day. And through that alignment, then what do we drive? We drive understanding our business model. The first thing is operational efficiencies, meaning these network assets that you see across, we have to ensure that they are available all the time to ensure that our customers across the divide, industrial customers, residential customers, are getting safe, reliable, and quality power. Because electricity, and given that we're getting into a digital world, almost powers all key pillars of the country. So reliability of power becomes important for us through our staff that are already aligned. Then also important is management capabilities, ensuring that you have the right structure. So there are simple things like do you in-source or do you outsource? If you have a mass group of customers and you're core selling electricity services, you also do that work yourself through an in-source strategy. And we've seen that increasing on our performance of our customers through increasing customer service indices over 73% for increase. When you check our latest net promoter score, how many people, if you ask them here, promote women of the service, we are 41%. Prior to this, we were in negative 20, meaning not so many people were promoting women. We've also embraced technology. If we still have time in the conversation, our vision and dream for an investment company, some kind of digital company delivering network services, customer after sales.
Hello? I think the sound engineers, the microphones, please.
Okay, when you're driving a digital strategy, there's some of the challenges you need to be mindful of. So as you're driving the digital strategy, we believe the kind of product that we deal in is instrumental to the economy, but it's also a dangerous product if not handled correctly. Through technological smart metering tools, we've been able to roll out prepayment, smart metering to government installations. We've been able to invest in reconducting some of our lines with advanced, safe technology. I think the other is managing your stakeholders. UMEME is highly regulated. We're regulated by the Electricity Regulatory Authority that sets the price. We have USE, we have the CMA Uganda, we have NSE in So managing, you are managing those stakeholders to provide a predictive environment, especially for the shareholders. Shareholders are always keen on how are you managing your tax affairs, and also regulatory actions can wipe out the returns of the company, especially if you're non-compliant. I think the other one we've seen that has enabled the company to grow and perform well is embracing ESG practices very early. And when embrace some of these practices, ESG is now a topical issue, sustainability, but when they embrace these practices from inception, from 2005 when we came into these markets, and we've seen those have been able to sustain and manage our returns, how we allocate capital and distribute to shareholders. Over the period, we've almost paid around about 446 shillings per share to our shareholders. So in terms of the concession end, that is keeping us busy. All I can say is it's a fact that the concession is ending on 31st of March 2020. That's a fact. And it's a fact because the policy direction, when it was given a 20-year contract, and every investor in here, when they were buying into the UMEME stock at IPO, it was very clear that the core driver of business value for the company is a 20-year contract that must come to an end unless there is change in policy. What we have in black and white is that, and this is from the policy directors, who is the Minister of Energy and Minister of Finance, is that the concession will naturally terminate and the company will retransfer the assets to UEDCL. We are working well with government and receiving all the support. We are informing the markets on how we are managing this transition. We've engaged with USD, we've engaged with CMA Uganda, we've engaged with CMA Kenya at the investor conferences following publication of our results. We always share how we are managing our people, how we are managing all the processes, how we are managing customers, generally ensuring service continuity between now and the end of the concession. There is still value for the shareholder if you continue to operate. There is still value between now and the end of the concession. There's also value from ensuring that we go through the transition process, all the buyouts are audited and confirmed, and then at appropriate points the board then will decide on the future direction. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. I think now the hearts of the investors in UMEME are settled, and they have so many questions, especially, and I hope we have some of you ready to ask.
I thought Obafuso was going to introduce me. Josephine was so kind to me. I thought he was going to return the favor, but he didn't. So can I assume all of you know me? Not at all. My name is Henry Msasizi. I am the Minister of State for Finance, Planning and Economic Development. I also represent the constituency called Rwanda County East in the Parliament of Uganda, where I have been for the last 14 years. Josephine is my president at the Institute of Certified Public Accountants. And at the ministry, I am responsible for the Capital Markets Authority. I am the line minister for the Capital Markets Authority. I think that is enough for, and I'm a member of the National Resistance Movement.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I didn't want to speak so much about it, but for those who don't know, UMEME's contract will be coming to an end come this March yes, and it will be taken over by UEDCL. Basically, it will be going back to the hands of the government. So for those who have shares under UMEME, I think you have now gotten the answers to your questions. And then for the employees, of the employees will be retained, others will have to search for other jobs. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Remember to subscribe, share, and comment. May the good Lord bless you all.